Hello and welcome back everyone to the next episode on Anubhav Learning Series. And in this video, we are going to talk about how to add a drop-down control with a fixed set of values in SAP Fiori Element application built with Cloud Application Programming Model or CAPM. So we are actually going to show the different statuses of the purchase order on the UI with the help of another entity. Let me first explain the use case what we have it today. So in our use case, we have a purchase order entity which contains a field called overall. That is the field name. Now this field actually have a reference type association to another entity called status, which is coming from master data. And then I have a status code table where we are maintaining the possible status codes like you have a check table in SAP for a domain. Then we have the status as the primary key for this one, this table, and description for the status. This is what our current design is. So this association is pointing to this status key field. So at runtime, you will notice that our actual field name in the database will be called as overall underscore status because it will concatenate the field name of the target table automatically to the field name of the source table. Now, when you're creating the value help, remember you should not be creating value help on this name. Rather, you should be creating a value help on just this particular name. This is one catch you need to remember. So we will be defining annotation where we will put this particular field name and use annotation called value list. And in this annotation, we will define from where are we going to get the value. So of course, there is an entity called status code set built on this table. We will refer that entity inside and we will also specify the field name, which was this field name as a local property name. Yeah, that's what we are going to do as overall status. So then we are also want it as a drop down. So we use a special annotation called value list with fixed value. So we'll use value list with fixed value annotation so that this will become a drop down. Let me go back to system and show it to you step by step. So I will head over back to our application first and I show you this is our app and look at this, the overall status. And you see there is a field with value help, but no results are displayed at the moment, yeah, which is fair. And this is showing it as a normal input field, not as a drop down. Now I'm going to go back and do the remaining things over here. So to be able to enable the value help, we're going to go back to annotations and define annotations perhaps at the bottom. So let me add the code now to support value help for status field with drop down. Yeah. So we will start the annotation, annotate my catalog service purchase order header with curly braces and I will put my field name which is overall. Now for this field, I will specify the annotation common and in this we are going to first add annotation for value list. You can see the value list type. I can specify slash control space or I can just keep it as a value list type and then we say collection path. So it is going to come from my another entity. So when you check the service, as I mentioned in the diagram, the status code set is the entity which will show us all the statuses. Yeah, like a check table in SAP. That should be specified as a literal in single quote and then we will provide parameters. So we'll tell the computer what is the field name on the UI. So as I told you, the field name on the UI is overall underscore status, but the annotation should be given for the field which is the original field name in the entity. Yeah. So if I also quickly show you the entity, you see in the entity the field name is overall. So your value help annotation should be corresponding to this, but the field name at runtime will be overall underscore this check table primary key, which is status, yeah, in the database. So that's why we provide the parameter, and we say my parameter type. Yes, I just specify the parameter as an array, and then control space. And you see there are different types of parameters. And I will just add a parameter type in out parameter. Overall status is the field name in the database, and the local property is status property. Perfect. So that's the first annotation, value list annotation under commons. Now to make it as a drop down, you have to come back and add here the annotation called value list with fixed value. Here it is. That will turn it into a drop down now. Wow. Mark it true and save it. Done. Let's go back now to our Fiori application and reboot our application to eventually see. There you go. Wow, nice. You can see our drop down for the values. But the most important thing is usability. Our user don't understand what is A. Obviously, we know it's a key, which means approved. X means rejected, D means delivered, P means pending. But especially our user may not understand that. So that's not intuitive. Same here, when the status is displayed here, it's very unclear for user. Yeah. So usually you use the common text annotation to display the data. Yes, to display the information. So let's do that. So this annotation you need to apply at status code set entity, which is supplying the value help. This is the entity. So you have to annotate this entity now. So come back and annotate our service dot status code set, which is providing those values. And then we can specify here my annotation common again. Okay, first let's put the status field. This is where the actual status is coming from. And then we specify common annotation. The first property we will specify is the text property, and bind this with the description entity, description property of the entity. Also, we will specify the text arrangement. Yeah, very important. Text dot UI text arrangement. Would you like to display text first or text last, text only, or separate with the key? So I will just say text and text separate or text last. So where the key and text both will be displayed, and text will be displayed as a last part of the status. This is really magical annotation. I will be putting these two annotations into the description of the video. So it will make our life a little easier when you are practicing. So I can come back now, and when you look at here, you see the key values are getting displayed now beautifully. The user can actually see these key values. Superb, fabulous. So I can now select approved and click search, and my search also works. But now the question comes about this part in the table. So for that also, where the columns in the table are actually coming from the original field overall. So for this also, we will specify common text annotation next to the value list. So come back here and we say text come from the overall dot description. So that will also show wherever this field is displayed in the table, it will show a description next to that. Finally, you come back and voila, look at that. It's much more intuitive. In fact, on the detail page, it will be also displayed like this because this annotation is universal for wherever this field is being used. So I hope you enjoyed this video. For more videos like this, kindly subscribe the channel, and I wish to see you in my next episode on short videos of CAPM hacks. Thank you once again. See you in the next session. Goodbye.